Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Loaded Clips. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. Today I'm going to be doing kind of a product review video. I was recently reached out to by a company called CVLife. They wanted to send me one of their red dots to kind of test out and see what I thought and see if it was something that I could recommend to you guys. So I said, sure, I'll check it out and let you guys know what I think. It's designed to kind of be more of like a budget style RMR competitor or something along those lines. Now, obviously, they're not going to be as their claim to fame is not going to be the same track record as that of a Trigicon or something like that, but they're more on the budget side, trying to make good products, and they want to kind of see how they hold up and what our thoughts are. So I'm always happy to do that. I got the red dot right here. I'm going to do an unboxing for you guys here real quick. These dots only go for about $89 or $99 on Amazon. So they're extremely affordable. And so with that, obviously, comes the question, are they reliable? Do they work? Is it just some cheap junk that's going to break as soon as I take it to the range? What's really going on? So I'm doing that, so you don't have to. So yeah, stay tuned to the end of this video. We're going to kind of go through it, do some testing, and run it through the ringer. I'm not going to do a torture test or anything like that. I don't think that's really realistic, but I am going to put it through some realistic scenarios to give you guys an idea of if it is a decent purchase or not. I'm going to have links in the description if you do want to pick one up for yourself. Obviously going to be dependent on how this video goes, so we'll be excited to see how that is. But yeah, definitely stay tuned. I definitely would appreciate each and every one of you guys to leave a like on the video. Consider subscribing to the channel for future videos. If you like what you see, definitely stick around because there's going to be more where that came from. So without further ado, let's go ahead and just unbox this thing and see what we got. Alright, so I have the dot mounted here on my Echelon. Seems to fit pretty nice. It actually kind of matches the Echelon with the serrations. I know these are horizontal. I just thought that was kind of a funny coincidence. So it doesn't look bad. It's a relatively compact dot. Like I said, it's supposed to be kind of like an RMR type of clone. But it looks pretty nice. As you can see, the dot is on there. I did actually try to install the battery here because, as you guys saw in the unboxing, it did come with a battery. And this tool to remove the battery tray is the top-loading battery tray, so you don't have to remove the dot to install the battery. But there was actually already a battery installed, so I didn't actually need to do that. So they included just an extra battery, which is pretty cool. So the battery does come installed out of the box, so you don't have to install that. So I thought that was pretty cool and just wanted to point that out in case any of you guys were wondering. But like I said, this is how it looks. This tool was also included to adjust your wind digit elevation. As you can see here, this is your elevation adjustment and your windage adjustment right there, and just a little mini flathead screwdriver to help adjust that. So I'm going to take this thing to the range and get it zeroed and just kind of test it out and see what we think. What's going on, guys? I'm hot. What's going on, guys? I'm loaded clips, and I'm at the range, and then I'm hot. Now, it is very hot today, and the mosquitoes are out mosquitoing. Ugh. Gotta get that off on there. So we're gonna be testing out this red dot from CVLife, just seeing what we think about it and how it performs. It's very hot, like I said. I don't know if I mentioned that already. So we're just gonna kind of jump right into it and see what we think. Once again, this isn't gonna be a torture test. I just don't really think that's a realistic test for most people who are gonna buy this dot. So we're just gonna do some basic stuff with it and see how we like it. All right, so I have just a simple target down here. I'm gonna fire some shots out. Now I haven't zeroed this yet, so it's probably going to be a little off. I'm gonna try and adjust it as I go along. And that's also gonna let me see if it's able to kind of hold its zero. So I'm just gonna start firing a few shots, seeing where it's at right now, and just kind of seeing how I like the dot. So I'm about maybe 10 yards out, and let's go for it. All right, okay, there's my dot. Okay, I fired 4 shots. I see 3 on paper. They're kind of spread out. Let me just fire a couple more. Okay, those actually seem pretty on. Right there. That was 3 right in the middle of the A zone. Right there. Let me go for a headshot, see how on. Now, yeah, so it's shooting a little bit low and a little bit to the right. So I'm gonna just make a small adjustment. I'll be right back. All right, so I got the dot dialed in a little bit more. It's not perfect, but it's definitely a lot better. And I think it's pretty accurate just for the purposes of this video. So I'm just gonna do a couple simple drills and just kind of see how the dot's holding up. All right, so that was just a couple simple 2-shot draw drills. Let's check out how we actually did. So walking up on the target, these are all the shots. You can see I have 2 C-zone hits right there, and the rest A-zone. Now, I wasn't really trying to go super fast. I was more so just trying to kind of make sure I keep my hits consistent. That way I can kind of see, you know, how the task itself is performing and not how I'm doing. So with that, I'd say pretty spot on. You know, I think, you know, having all pretty good hits here is solid. And, you know, just 2 shots that I pulled right there. Just trying to go a little bit faster, then I kind of remembered to dial it back a little bit. But not too bad, not too bad. So let's keep going. We're going to try some different stuff and see how it ends up. All right, so one thing I am gonna do to kind of put this thing to the test is I'm going to drop it. And I'm not gonna throw it on the ground and step on it or anything like that, but I am just gonna kind of drop it, toss it on the ground, let it flip over a couple of times, let it get a little dirty. Just because it's realistic to expect somebody could drop their gun at the range, or it might fall out of their holster or something like that. So just see how it holds up. Like I said, this dot, if I'm not mistaken, only goes for like 99 bucks on Amazon. So it's a very cheap red dot. So is it cheap because it's bad quality, or is it just cheap? You know, let's see. Here it is. I'm gonna just, oh, and there you have it. Maybe I'll kick it. Man, my gun's getting all dirty, but it's okay. It's a gun, guys. Nice and dirty. And now, I guess for good measure, we'll just throw it up like that. There we go. I think that's fair. All right, so we are very dirty now. As you can see, a whole lot of sand in here. I'm just gonna kind of shake it off. But you can see, let me see, still see the dot. That would be concerning if I couldn't, but you know, there we are. Gave it a couple kicks, threw it up a couple times. So, oh, hold on, my slide is a little dirty. Had to work that sand out of there. There we go. We're loaded. Let's see if she's still accurate. All right, those look like all A zones. I pulled one of those shots. Oh. That sand is not friendly to gun. Oh, hold on, I think my mag has an issue. Oh yeah, my mag is stuck. We'll address that later. Just turned into an echelon torture test. All right, here we go. All right. These 2 rounds long. Let's see how she held up. All right, so pretty much the same story here. You know, I got 2. That first one I know I pulled on that first magazine, so that was bad. And it's not still isn't perfectly zeroed, but I am getting good consistent hits with it. So I'm happy with that. Obviously, you know, I didn't drop it on concrete or throw it off a building or anything, but I think for what it is, it did pretty good. So we'll try one more thing. As you can see, we have no headshots there. So I'm going to walk about maybe, I think I'm going to count like 20, 25 yards. See if I could just hit a headshot with this thing. It's not that zeroed at all, really, but let's just see. Hold on, come over here. Just see if we can do it. Good. Definitely gonna have to wash this gun off. All right, here we go. All right, that was 5 shots. Let's see what we got. I think I see 1. Oh, I see more. Okay. Golly, all this walking in this heat. Okay, all right, hold on. We got 5 shots on paper. All right, I'll take that. So again, take that with a grain of salt. 25 yards isn't the longest distance in the world, but you know, for a pistol, that's usually about longer on average than most people are going to be hitting realistically, unless you're trying to go for long range stuff at the range. But I'm pretty happy with that. Like I said, out of the box, not perfectly zeroed yet. Got it a little dirty, kicked it around a little bit, and that's what you get. Two, 3, clipped it up top 2. I think that's 4 out of 5 hits. Not too bad, not too bad. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up for this video. Hopefully you guys were able to take what you needed to take from it. I can say I'm definitely impressed with this for a price point of $99, which is probably some of the cheapest red dots I've seen. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't impressed with how the dot, you know, how crisp the dot is and how it kind of just performs overall. You know, obviously, like I said, I'm not going to sit here and say this is as good as an RMR or an SRO or something like that. But just based on my experience with it, I'd say it's definitely worth picking up and testing out for yourself because you're only out $100 and it seems to be pretty good quality for the price that you're paying. So I could definitely recommend. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'm going to have links in the description if you did want to check out and try this dot out for yourself. Yeah, definitely give it a shot and see what you think of it. But till next time, I appreciate you guys watching. Be safe, be smart, be blessed, and I'll see y'all in the next one.